Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best SSD in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research, and I've listed them based on quality, durability, price, and more. I've included options for every type of consumer, so if you're looking for the best value per dollar or the best product money can buy, we'll have the product for you. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Number 1, Samsung 860 EVO. First, we will be taking a quick look at an immensely popular SSD of Samsung, and one of the most popular SSDs in general, the Samsung 860 EVO. This SSD is pretty much what you would expect an average NAND SSD to look like: clean, minimal, with a thin 2.5-inch frame and a matte black finish. Storage and performance. The 860 EVO comes with a total of 5 storage options: 250 GB, 500 GB, 1 TB, 2 TB, and 4 TB. It also has a 540/520ths of a megabyte per second read-write speed, which is extremely fast when compared to hard drives but quite average for SSDs in this league. Finally, it interfaces via a SATA 3 connector, which is the standard for a lot of internal SSDs available right now. Conclusion. All in all, the 860 EVO is not the very fastest SSD around, nor is it fit for professional workstation users, but it is more than adequate for gaming. The 5-year warranty that Samsung offers for this model is quite encouraging, too, though at the moment, there are newer SSDs available that can actually offer customers better value for their money than the aging 860 EVO. Number 2, Samsung 970 EVO Plus. Following the 860 QVO, we have another SSD from Samsung, although this one is a more serious performance-oriented solution, the Samsung 970 EVO Plus, a lightning-fast M.2 NVMe SSD. Unlike the 860 QVO, it comes with a full 5-year limited warranty, which is a great plus on top of the monstrous performance alone. Being an M.2 SSD, the 970 EVO Plus is highly compact, with a black PCB that helps it remain inconspicuous and blend in well with most motherboards. Storage and performance. Just like the 860 QVO, the 970 EVO Plus comes in 3 storage options, albeit its capacity is much more limited: 250 GB, 500 GB, and 1 TB. The speed is where it gets real, though. Since it is an M.2 NVMe SSD, the 970 EVO Plus can reach read-write speeds as high as 3,500 and 3,300ths of a megabyte per second, which is much faster than what a SATA 3 connection can manage. Our thoughts. With the storage, the performance, and the pricing in mind, it's easy to see that the 970 EVO Plus will be appealing to those who need this kind of performance and are willing to pay for it, even if it also comes at the cost of storage capacity. That said, it won't be a very attractive solution for the average gamer, though if you're thinking about investing in a long-term high-performance SSD for a workstation, gaming PC, this is hands down one of the best SSDs that you can get. Number 3, Intel 660p. NVMe SSDs are usually quite pricey, there's no denying that, but the Intel 660p SSD is an exception to this rule. Granted, it is not as affordable as some NAND SSDs, nor is it as fast as the more advanced NVMe models such as the Samsung 970 EVO Plus, but it does manage to find a solid middle ground that makes it a very interesting product. Storage and performance. The 660p comes in 3 storage variants: 500 GB, 1 TB, and 2 TB. It has a read-write speed of 1,500 and 1,000ths of a megabyte per second, which, as mentioned above, can't compete with the SSDs that are as fast or even faster than the 970 EVO, but it still makes the 660p significantly faster than most SATA SSDs. Our thoughts. With the above in mind, it's quite clear that the Intel 660p is your typical best of both worlds solution that will appeal to anyone looking to get the most out of their investment. It may not be much to look at, but this is one of the best SSDs available at the moment, as far as value is concerned. Still, as we all know, the jack of all trades is usually a master of none, so when it comes to intensive tasks and large file transfers, the 660p isn't as good of a workstation SSD as some other, pricier models are. Number 4, Wheel Drive Blue. Moving on, we have a familiar company and a familiar product, WD Blue. This moniker has followed Western Digital's HDDs for a while, and now it extends to SSDs as well. And much like the WD Blue HDDs, the WD Blue SSDs focus on balancing storage capacity, performance, and pricing, all the while you can get it in two form factors, based on which you prefer. Storage and performance. The WD Blue SSDs come in 250 GB, 500 GB, 1 TB, and 2 TB capacity options. They are a bit faster than the Samsung 860 VO, with a sequential read-write speed of 560/530ths of a megabyte per second, but it's not a very noticeable difference. But as mentioned above, what's interesting about the WD Blue SSD is that it is available both in a 2.5-inch and an M.2 form factor, thus allowing you to choose whether the SSD will be interfacing with the PC via your motherboard's M.2 slot or one of its SATA 3 connectors. Of course, despite the different form factor, these SSDs are still regular NAND SSDs and their performance remains identical regardless of which variant you choose. Our thoughts. All in all, the WD Blue SSDs have no major standout features compared to most other SSDs available in 2020. The pricing is more or less the same as that of the Samsung 860 VO, and so is the performance. That said, the two primary advantages of the WD Blue SSDs are the ability to choose between two different form factors and the fact that it comes with a 5-year warranty which, as mentioned before, is something to keep in mind. Now, it is by no means a perfect product, though we have no real qualms with the WD Blue SSD. If we had to be nitpicky, we'd say that the design of both the SATA and the M.2 variants is a bit uninspired and may clash with some gaming setups, but this is hardly a significant issue. Number 5. Kingston A400. Of course, there is no way that we can talk about memory and leave out Kingston. The SSD from Kingston that we will be taking a look at is the A400, a rather basic yet affordable solution. It is a 2.5-inch SATA SSD with a dark gray exterior and, like the WD Blue SSD, it is available in the M.2 form factor as well. Storage and performance. The Kingston A400 comes in 120 GB, 240 GB, 480 GB, and 960 GB variants. Moreover, the performance varies based on the capacity. The read speed remains a solid 500 MB per second, but the write speed for the 120 GB and the 240 GB variants are 320 and 350 MB per second respectively, while the 480 and 960 GB ones both boast a write speed of 450 MB per second. Conclusion. With all of the above said, the Kingston A400 may not seem that great, considering just how slow it is compared to the newer SSDs listed here, but if you're on a tight budget and are looking for the absolute cheapest SSD that you can get, it's unlikely that you'll find a better price. The high-capacity versions hardly present good value in 2020, but the 120 GB and the 240 GB ones can go as low as $20 to $30 today. That said, the A400 will appeal primarily to those who are on a very tight budget and are willing to settle for the cheapest SSD that they can get. Overall, it is a rather reliable SSD, but considering just how dated and slow it is compared to the newer SSDs, it will hardly be anyone's top pick for 2020.
Thanks for watching and I hope you liked the video. If you found the video helpful, please remember to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.